What is going on, Pete? This is your boy Jay, and I have not done a table talk video in a very, very long time. But I want to set the record straight on something. A very good friend of mine, longtime friend of mine, she just did a video, and I'll tag her in this. She was asking who's to blame for the crime and all that in the neighborhood when it comes to the children. Is it the mother or the father? Well, first of all, let's get something straight, okay? See, if a child grows up in a single parent home and that child becomes successful, the mama gets all the credit. The mama gets all the credit. She gets all the credit for the success of the child, but she don't want to take accountability or credit for the failure of the child. How does that work? How does that work? How is it that when a child fails, both parents is at fault? But when a child succeeds, only the parent that's raising the child is the only one that gets the credit. Why not give the father the credit too? Oh no, nobody saw that coming. Nobody saw that coming. When a child fails, the mothers don't want to take no accountability for the failure of their children. But they show love to take praise, accountability, and credit for the success of that child. A child growing up in a single parent home, mostly a single mama home, a home with single mamas, if that child becomes successful, the mother gets all the credit. The father ain't around, he gets no credit. But when that child fails, oh, where's the father at? Where the daddy at? The daddy should have been around. This, that, and other. A lot of you women push away these men because you're trying to prove a damn point. Oh, that you can raise a child on your own. And then you raise these boys to be emotional, single little, these boys grow up to be emotional little punks just like y'all. Because all they had was mama being emotional, and it's everything about men, it's all wrong. So when these young boys, especially these boys, grow up and all they hear is what their mamas speak about men, how do you think these young boys feel growing up? Because a lot of you women, y'all do everything out of emotions. Everything is done out of emotion. And then your son sees this. This is what he grows up, doing. Doing everything out of emotion rather than logic. He ain't got no father around. So when he fails, him not having a father around is to blame. But if that boy succeeds, oh, the mama want to get all the credit, all the praise, all the everything. Oh, I did everything. I work hard. I did this on my own and blase, blase. Yeah, but you take credit for that, but don't want to take credit if that child fails too. If that child's life becomes a failure and he dips into crime and all kinds of stuff, you don't want no accountability. Most of you women don't want no accountability. See, y'all ain't see this coming. You sure love to take praise for your child when they succeed, but don't want to take responsibility and praise for when your child fails. If y'all want to talk about the subject of the failure and success of children, put a child with their father and let the father raise that child and see the difference of how that child turns out as opposed to the child being raised by his mama. Especially a boy. Especially a boy. Then these women, they turn their boys into son husbands. You turn your sons into a bunch of chumps, weaklings, simps, son husbands. And then when he becomes a little emotional wreck, you don't want to take no credit for that. But he was raised by you. He spent most of his life with you, not having a father around, because most of y'all shouldn't be. And then some of you women don't even need to have kids anyway. Y'all ain't fit. Some of y'all ain't fit to even be parents. And y'all ain't fit to be mothers. But yet you're still having kids anyway. So whenever a child succeeds, you single mothers ain't got no problem with taking the credit. But when your child fails, it's both the parents' fault. Why is it both the parents' fault when the child fails? Why you can't take the same credit for the failure of your child that you take for when your child succeeds? Why you can't do that? Because most of you women don't like to be accountable for anything. Y'all can't be held accountable. Nobody can hold y'all accountable for nothing. And that's the problem with y'all. Y'all don't like accountability. Can't nobody hold you accountable. So when your child fails, growing up in a single home, Oh, it's the father's fault too, because the father wasn't around. Why wasn't the father around? Because a lot of you women push these men away. Y'all push these men away just because you want to prove some point. Let's talk about that subject. Why most of y'all push these men away. And you got men who wants to be fathers to their children, but they can't be fathers to their children because the mammy got something to prove. And then when that child starts failing and starts dipping into crime and starts this, that, and the other, now you want the father to come in and do something about it after you push that man away. Now, we talk about accountability. A lot of you women need to chew it up, because that's the problem in the black community. No accountability from our women. I'm out.